Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to take a look at how to use Tabs3 Accounts Payable to pay invoices using checks or EFTs. From the dashboard, click the Add Invoice button to get started. You can also add and view existing invoices by selecting Invoice Manual Check Entry from the Quick Launch. From the Vendor Lookup, select the vendor that you need to pay. In most cases, a vendor is a person or business entity that has performed a service for the firm and needs to be reimbursed, like a delivery service or county clerk. Vendors can easily be added using vendor information. Next, tab past the reference field to create a new invoice for this vendor. The reference number will be added automatically. Additional information about the vendor, like the billing address and the last used description, will be displayed. Next, we'll enter the date, invoice number, and invoice amount. Then, you can specify whether this invoice is an unpaid invoice, a manual check, or an electronic funds transaction called an EFT. When unpaid invoice is selected, you'll most likely be printing a check to pay this vendor, either individually or in a batch. When either manual check or EFT is selected, a physical or electronic record of the payment already exists but still needs to be recorded in APS. Since we want to use APS to print a check to pay for this invoice, we'll leave the unpaid invoice option selected. Next, enter a memo if you need specific information about the invoice to be included on the printed check. While the memo field displays on the check, the description field can be used to summarize the invoice and is only included on the check stub. If you have a digital copy of the invoice, you can easily attach that file using the Attach File button or by clicking Add Attachment. Attaching a copy of the invoice makes it easier to view the invoice at a later time, but can also help when filling out the invoice information for the first time. In Payment Information, select a bank account. When integrating with Tabs3 General Ledger, the available balance for the account is displayed. Notice that To Be Printed is displayed in the check number field. This field will be updated with the check number as soon as the check is printed. When entering a manual check, tabbing to this field allows the system to assign the next check number in the series. Clicking the Detail Rapid button displays additional fields when more information is needed for the invoice. Once the invoice information has been entered, click Save. Although the operating account defined in the bank account field determines the credit account of the GLS journal entries for each invoice, debit accounts can be specified on the General Ledger tab. A single account or an unlimited number of debit entries to multiple accounts can be specified. Press F2 on your keyboard while in the Amount field to automatically fill in the invoice total. Once an initial invoice is saved for the vendor, default GLS account information will be displayed the next time you enter an invoice. You can also enter a Tabs3 Advanced Client Cost for the invoice if a client needs to be charged for this cost. When ready, click Save. Back on the invoice window, you'll see that the invoice we just entered is displayed in the list below. You can double-click on an item in the list to pull it back up. Additionally, this list can be toggled on or off from the toolbar. The toolbar includes a Print Check button, which allows you to quickly print a single check. Multiple checks can be printed in a batch using the Print Checks feature. Additionally, you can access and print checks for all unpaid invoices from the dashboard. And that's all it takes to pay a vendor in accounts payable. For more information, check out our help topics by clicking the question mark icon in the toolbar. Thanks for watching. See you next time.